Hey Bruno, the GAFA man. For first time I kind of really came across you in any great way was when I read your blog about GAFA, and then it appeared on other industry websites, and then you became a guest on the Home Tech podcast, which is a show I listen to every week. Explain to me what is GAFA. It was an unknown term until you introduced it to us all, but it's actually a term more well known in France.
Yes, actually, GAFA is a term, it's an acronym that we use in France when we want to talk about those big companies that rules the world, like Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Apple. And I was quite surprised when I first used that term to write in English, that no one except me knew what it was meaning. And now almost all the industry use this term GAFA to talk about the big players, and I'm quite proud that I introduced this outside of France. So GAFA actually are those big companies that are already diving into AV and home automation with systems that everyone already use. I know, Kris, that you start to some months ago you start to implement the Apple HomeKit.
Sure.
Because it was already built in all your customers' phone.
Yeah, to us it became a very clear common denominator that it's an easy starting point to introduce somebody to home automation. You can control your home just by swiping up without even unlocking it. You can get to your HomeKit or Apple Home accessories and scenes. We've actually now put GAFA products right at the front of our sales tactics. So Amazon Echo becomes a big selling tool. The HomeKit or Apple Home app is our default application to show people the possibilities of controlling their home.
But you're not afraid that the GAFA product will compete directly with you? It's not stealing you some business?
No, and I didn't even think about that. I just thought that by using these huge brands and well-known names, brands that people are comfortable with, that there was a higher chance of that conversation, which used to maybe last 30 seconds. If they didn't understand what we were talking about in that first 30 seconds, you'd lost that lead. But we're able to capture their attention and hold it now by using a GAFA product to show them the possibilities. And then we tell them the price. And then they're definitely engaged, because we're controlling lights and heating, security, for with price tags at sub £1,000, which was unheard of. Only a year ago, it was unheard of to provide a whole home solution for less than £1,000.
And suddenly, 100% of the people living on this planet is virtually your customers.
Yeah, I don't know the exact number of how many people have a device with iOS 10 on it,
but a lot.
Every one of them is equipped with the Apple Home app. They have a voice assistant already with Siri, and that's just Apple users. We could go down the route of discussing Google Home and Android customers, and then where we were positioning Amazon Echo is it kind of straddles any direction. So if it's a mixed household with Samsung products and Apple products, then we kind of position Alexa as the voice assistant. If it's a solely Apple household, then Siri is the dominant voice assistant. So we've got so much flexibility, and we're talking about products that cost less than £100 in some cases, which is a huge amount of fun and a low buy-in. So you have that initial installation, which might only be a few £100s, and they just keep coming back and back
again.
Yeah? And in most cases it's retrofit, but that person is also going to build a new extension, is maybe going to rewire a house in the future, and they will come back because you served them well with those £200 or £300 installations, and you might have done 3 or 4 of those for them. Eventually they will come back with the £20,000 budget, the £30,000 budget,
Yes.
But what we hope is we can still give them the same user experience, and it's great to see.
You actually, what I understand is you use the GAFA product as a proof of concept for AV and home automation. Because
Less so AV, this is. I can't wait to see the HomePod speaker and where that direction that takes me. Sonos is still our main speaker product.
Yep.
For the video side of it, we have Apple TV,
Yep.
or we have Fire TV, or we have Chromecast. So they've already provided us with video products. They're about to complete the puzzle with Apple now introducing their own audio product.
that's going to be huge.
Yeah. So slowly they're filling in the gaps. More manufacturers are making their product works with Apple HomeKit. Even established brands, what you'd say were custom installation brands, are introducing gateways or skills or drivers for the three major home assistants, voice assistants. So the user experience is almost been equalized, is become universal. If a KNX product can be controlled using the Apple Home app, then it makes the setting up the control via application very simple, if it already works with Apple HomeKit. If they have an Alexa skill, it's just added to the same user experience that they order their Uber or their Domino's pizza from.
Yes, and what's good with this is the perception of the end user. Because the end user will have a perception of home automation with a device they use every day. It's the phone. They trust their phone. They trust iOS. They trust Google. They trust Amazon.
Yeah.
So the perception of your end user, you are coming into a lot of house with brands that they know
And trust.
and trust.
And it's an extra element of trust which is helping secure sales.
Yeah.
You know, you're not putting a product in front of them that they're completely unknown about. They are aware of the product. They've maybe seen it advertised. They've seen it in a friend's home.
Yep.
The kids have maybe pushed them, let's get an Amazon Echo. So GAFA for me has become my new salesperson.
Really,
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah. We use the Apple Home app as our default sales tool now.
Okay, interesting. Okay, Kris. You know what? I'm sure that a lot of custom installer here that will see this video will think that GAFA is a competitor of them. Actually, we all have to understand that it's the biggest opportunity on earth for custom installer and home technology professional. It turns absolutely 100% of every house on earth as a potential customer, and this is totally unknown in the history. Okay, so instead of thinking about competition, think like Kris. GAFA is your new salesperson.
Yeah, I said to somebody a while ago that HomeKit or Amazon Echo is like getting a cheat code for your video game.
Yep.
You know, it unlocks so much more in the game. It takes you to a different level, and that's how we're manipulating it to the maximum at the moment.
Okay, but how do you deal with? I mean, those solutions are supposed to be do-it-yourself. So your customer, they are supposed to be able to connect everything by themselves. How do they still want to pay you to do this?
Because we have the knowledge, we have the experience, we have the history of managing technology, connecting devices. We're familiar with routers, we're familiar with any wiring that's needed, hiding wires. They all
Yep,
still come
sure.
with a power lead.
Sure.
You know, and we can even hide that. Okay, it might sound like very small installation tasks, but you charge accordingly with a don't be cheap.
Yep.
Don't go in low priced. You know, we've even heard of instances from other businesses going 1-to-1.
Yep.
So if Apple TV is £139. The installation is £139.
Yep.
We have tried that, and it's proven not quite to be the case, but we're still charging very high prices for,
Yeah.
or we're still getting a good labor rate for the installation of perceived as DIY devices. There's still the big factor that you're providing time to the client
Yeah.
by doing it for them.
Yeah.
They've had maybe some preconceptions that when they've tried to install technology before in their home, it's been a pain in the backside, and they have got frustrated with it. So they will give you that task to do it for them. And when I talked earlier about lots of £300 installations, very quickly add up. It might not be all in one day, but the revenue is consistent. It comes in drip, drip, drip from every customer. The callbacks for more installation work are at a higher rate.
Yep.
Rather than trying to get £10,000 in one hit, I'm patient to get it in 10 hits.
Okay.
You know? So you have to be patient with the GAFA products. You will get the revenue back. You just won't get it in one lump sum like you previously had.
All right.
Okay?
Kris, thank you very much.
Cool. It's good to discuss that with you.
And keep posted, keep and following us, because there's going to be a lot of other video with Kris and me.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Bye.